need my coffee pronto. Stat. I'm a monster. If I don't have my coffee, crisis averted. We have coffee, y'all. And there are some times when you do look like a clown, but ultimately you have to have those moments of being a clown to arrive, to get to where you want to go. This is going to bother me. Look at the face. Come on. Y'all just need to stop playing and just get it, okay? Good morning, love bugs. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Friday, which means absolutely nothing to me as someone who works for myself. I'm just really excited that I know what day it is. But anyway, good morning. Crisis averted. We have coffee, y'all. So I woke up this morning thinking that I had no coffee because I usually keep my coffee in a little canister in the kitchen, and I used my last pod that was in there. I have an espresso machine. Excuse my voice. I woke up like this, okay? Literally fresh out of bed maybe 30, 45 minutes ago. But anyway, I thought that I was out of coffee, and what do you know? I forgot that I got free samples. So when you order from Nespresso, for my Nespresso girlies, when you order from Nespresso, you often will get some free samples with it, and I've just been kind of putting the free samples away, like not really thinking much about them. But the free sample came through this morning because, girl, my coffee is supposed to be delivered today, but I don't know at what time, and I need my coffee pronto. Stat. I'm a monster if I don't have my coffee. So yeah. So I'm sitting here sipping my coffee with my fresh, woke up like this face, still in my PJs. And I'm just trying to figure out what I want to accomplish today. So I think first order of business is to get a shower. I think we definitely want to accomplish that. So I'm going to get a shower, get myself, ready just in case. Fridays are oftentimes family days where later in the day, I go and visit my family, typically at my brother's house, but I'm not sure if we are getting into that today. But at any rate, I want to be ready. So I want to be freshly showered, dressed, so that if I do need to make a move, I will be ready to make a move kind of situation. And then we're going to get into some more editing at this computer. I mean, at this point, it's what it is. It's where we are. This is an edit all day channel. But anyway, yeah, let me hop off of here and actually go do something productive. But good morning, welcome back to the channel if you are a returning viewer. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. I'm so fun. And this channel it's really been so fun to do this. It's really been fun to just kind of let my guard down, be unapologetically myself, and just to see people watching that, liking that. I mean, I'm talking like I got 1,000 subscribers. I don't really have that many subscribers at all, but I've had a few people that have come through that I don't know. Obviously, I've had some people who know me in real life that when I shared this, they provided me feedback and support and love. But it hits a little different when you have, people that you are now connecting with all over the world that are coming together and joining the fam, building this community. That was one thing that really was important to me with this channel. As much as I would love for this to be my bread and butter and how I, make my ends meet, and maybe it will one day, but as much as I would love that, I want the community. I want that more than anything. The money, the rest of the blessings will follow, but to just be able to build community and build a safe space for anyone who's ever felt like me, where you just feel like alone sometimes. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't have great friendships in real life, that I don't have a great family in real life. It's just sometimes you want to have a different kind of community. A community of people that truly understand other layers of you. And I feel like I do that by coming on camera. I am unapologetically myself. I've gotten really comfortable with looking at myself and hearing myself, and that's never something that I had up to this point doing this, if you have been pondering whether you should challenge yourself and start a channel or get more active on social media, or maybe it has nothing to do with online presence. Maybe it has to do with challenging yourself to go join a group or in your community. Do it. This is the year. This is the year that we're challenging ourselves this year. It really, really does help your emotional health, your mental health. I feel the best that I've felt in a long time. And I have to accredit some of that to this channel in doing this process. It's hard. I'm not going to say it's not hard, but I'm really, really thankful that I took the leap and did it. And in case you are interested in my journey and to get some tips and tricks on quitting and advocating for yourself, like supporting yourself. And if you're interested in my journey in terms of how I decided to take the leap and taking a chance on myself and how I took a chance on myself, I'm going to link a video that I just did fairly recently about that for you to hear my journey and also to get some tips and tricks. I break it down into parts in terms of how digestible parts, in terms of how to do it. Take a chance on yourself. It's time, girl. It's time. But anyway, let me hop off of here and get my life, this face, this look together, and I will see you all in a bit. So I'm back a little sooner than I had anticipated because I said, let's do a morning skincare routine. Let's get into it. Well, actually, not just skincare. Let's talk about the morning routine in general. Okay, so last you saw me, I was looking crusty, dusty, woke up like this, real. Now, freshly out the shower, face is washed, teeth brushed, mouthwash, and I threw on these good old eye patches. So we're going to rock these. So we're going to rock these while I get into this morning routine before I start putting on my quick everyday, I'm not going anywhere but may go out the house face. I know. What a name, right? But that's literally what this particular face is going to be. But before we get into that, we're going to let these marinate and work on these dark circles, and we're going to get into the rest of the morning routine. So let's rewind back because I want to put you on to a few products that I use in the shower, in the bathroom. No, girl, I'm not taking you in there with me. I can't be one of those creators. Call me out 6 months from now when I turn into one of those creators. But right now, baby, we're not going in the bathroom. We're not filming content in the bathroom, okay? 1, my bathroom's not set up for that. 2, because that's my time. That's my time. We don't go in there with me. My dog doesn't even get to. My dog is like, girl, you going back in the bathroom? I'm just going to sit here at the door and wait for you because what's good? But anyway, so let's go over my morning routine products. I'll start with what I actually use today, and then I'll give you some alternatives, some things that I do use from time to time, but just I may be out of, or I may just not be using it because if you did not watch yesterday, I had a laser hair removal session yesterday, so my skin is still a little bit sensitive, and I want to respect that. Was that yesterday? 2 days ago. 2 days ago. But a link to that vlog will be up above here if you have interest in laser hair removal and that process. I provided a bomb nighttime routine in that vlog, specifically tailored for post laser hair removal sessions. So lighter products that have less harsh active ingredients. You know, you want moisturization, you want her hyaluronic acid, you want niacinamide, and you want ceramides. So check that out if you have a moment to look at another vlog. Click on it, save it, come back here, girl. Okay. First, we're going to start with my face wash. This is my current face wash right now, and it is the Youth to the People Superfruit Exfoliating Face Wash, okay? So, 2 days after, I should have known that it was 2 days ago because usually not the immediate day after, but then the following day, I go in with gentle exfoliation, nothing crazy, because this face wash, although it's exfoliating, it's still very gentle. The ingredients are very, I just love Youth to the People products. Like, this is a Youth to the People Stan account. Okay. Speaking of which, This is also another favorite of mine that I typically have. This is the superfood spinach and kale. Girl, I don't remember the name of the product, but you see the bottle here and the information. Let me just say it. The information for all the products that I discuss will be down below in the description box for you to check out. Some of them will be affiliate links, so if you click on them and you purchase, you will be hooking your girl up with a little minuscule commission, okay? So just wanted to let you all know that. So if I'm not using You to the People, which is rare, but this is another one of my favorite cleansers, another very gentle cleanser, the St. Jane Pore Clarity Cleanser. We love her. I feel like when I use that cleanser, it really makes my face feel clean. Like, and I know that's crazy because all facial cleansers should be making your face feel clean, but they don't, girl. They don't. Some of them leave residue. Some of them don't actually clean. They suds up and do a lot more things than actually clean the face. And that's what I'm interested in. I want that cleanser that's going to get my face clean, girl. We got to get all that makeup, sunscreen, stress, environmental toxins, all that gunk off my face. I want a nice clean palette to start my day with, and I feel like that St. Jane cleanser is one of the best, definitely in my top 5 cleansers, so check that one out as well. Okay, so once the face is clean, we go ahead and we get into a little bit of skincare before we jump into putting a face on. So as you can see, I put my eye patches on because we want to work on those dark patches. And I also put you guys on to this eye cream a bajillion times, but I'm gonna pop it up here and put the information down below in the description box. The Summer Fridays Vitamin C Aura eye cream. It's got a longer name than that, but I love that eye cream. I usually put that eye cream on days that I'm either gonna have light or no makeup because I feel like it gives me an immediate look of brightness. Like it immediately brightens the under eye area. I may be delusional, but I swear, it works immediately. At least gives you at least a tinge. It's like somebody takes that little drag toolbar, you know, on the brightness and contrast and just like moves it up a couple notches. That's what I feel like it does. So I recommend that eye cream. I usually put that on as a final step before I get into, I put it on as a final step. I think I put it on between, yeah, I go in with my, so yes, I put it on right before I put on my sunscreen because I don't usually apply products to that under eye area. That area is very sensitive, so I try to avoid applying other serums and products to that area and stick with just the eye cream. So we do that, right? We put the eye cream on, but the other, ooh, I forgot something. BRB. Okay, so before we start going in with products, we need something to put on the face as the base, right? So you want to put on, you know, a toner that's going to get the skin set to accept the other products. That is essentially what the toner does. Essences are a bit, I find that the essence is a bit lighter and more hydrating. So this particular one that I showed in my nighttime skincare routine is a Korean skincare product, but it is more of an essence and it's really great for hydration. So if you are a dry skin girly or someone that really is just looking to have that nice hydrated glow, maybe you're not applying makeup or maybe you just have a tendency to run dry, I suggest an essence, and specifically that Meg Hoop one is amazing, so you should check that out. But for me, I'm going to use a toner, and this is the La Mer, the Essential Tonic. So this is, she's pricey, okay? I'm not even going to lie to you, she's pricey. But I haven't had a La Mer product, and girl, I haven't had a lot of La Mer products, so don't take this as their whole catalog is good. But I have yet to get a La Mer product that I don't enjoy, okay? So I enjoyed this one, and then there's also another one that I'm gonna pop up here. It is, they're really good. I really enjoy their tonics and toners because I really enjoy how my face feels after I put this on. Like, look at that. Face is now prepped and ready to accept products and anything else that we're going to put on it. Okay, so you want to put your toner on first. That's going to be your first step. You want to put your toner on. Next, you want to go in with any serums or anything that you want to work on, the condition of your skin, darkness, texture, anything like that. For me, in the mornings, I keep it light because I know that if I go out for the day, I'm going to be in the sun, and you want to avoid having a lot of active ingredients on your face in the sunlight because it makes you more susceptible to burning. Even with sunscreen on, you still have a higher susceptibility to burning, so that would be counterproductive, right? So I keep it easy breezy. I go in with, here we go, another familiar product. I go in with this girly right here. So this is the 6 Peptide Skin Booster from CosRx. I love this stuff because it's very hydrating. Ingredients are not too crazy, so you don't have to worry about ducking and dodging the sun, but still spend time in the sun sparingly. It's so tough because it's like, the sun is your bestie as far as vitamin D, as far as just emotional and mental booster, but it also is an op. She's definitely an op because she definitely will burn you if you play with her too much. Spend your time in the sun wisely and sparingly is what I say. And these things always slide down, but girl, this whole area needs it, so it doesn't matter. She started up higher and then she ended up lower in the face, but that's okay because all of this area needs it, okay? After I apply this product, me personally, I don't go in with moisturizers in the morning, typically because I either one, use products that already are infusing that moisture, so I'll use an essence or I'll use a tonic that is more hydrating. Then this product has hyaluronic acid, so it's also going to be hydrating. So I don't really, like, the state of my skin is not in a place essentially that where I need an additional moisturizer. But if you want to use a moisturizer on your skin, I recommend this one. This is from Summer Fridays. It's the Cloud Dew or something like that. I don't have the bottle in front of me, but information will be in the description box below. It's a gel. And this one from Youth to the People is also a really, really great one as well. So I recommend those 2 moisturizers if you're looking for a nice daytime moisturizer. I stick with gels because they tend to be lighter, and then I stick with creams at night. If you want to simplify it for yourself, that's what you should do. And then finally, once we get to this place, I'm going to take these eye patches off because they're starting to feel a little dry. We're going to take those and toss those. And now we are ready to go in with our sunscreen. And today, we're going in with our fave. This girly right here, the La Roche-Posay Tinted Mineral Light Fluid Sunscreen. SPF 40, she's mineral, she has a skin tint in her. And baby, I'm gonna pop up my shorts of me using the skin tint. You're gonna see here on today when I put this on, but baby, I want you to see this one as well because that day, like, the darkness was on 100. We put her on. The coverage is impeccable with this product. Like, I don't know what they put in the skin tint portion of this product, but I can put this on and go. Like, even if I don't want to do a full beat, I just want to look like I have even skin. Throw this on, you have your SPF on, you look more awake, you look like you have fresh, even skin. I cannot recommend this product enough. Like, I will stand for this product until my last breath, okay? Get her. If there's nothing else that you pick up from this morning routine, pick her up, okay? You need this in your life. I'm in the shade medium deep. I also received deep from, and this is not sponsored, I received the products free from Influencer for my honest review, which I've given them. So I did not purchase the first batch of these products, but I'm almost out and I will be repurchasing. So if that lets you know, I'm going to actually spend my hard coins on another one because it's a staple at this point in my, like, I've tried a lot of skin tints, I've tried a lot of SPF skin tints, and she still reigns supreme. I just recently got the new one from NYX. I'm gonna pop it up here. It's like the butter skin skin tint. I like her okay, but this one, she's the one, because she not only gives you impeccable coverage, she gives you a nice glow, but she also is a mineral sunscreen, okay? And when we talk about mineral sunscreens are better for your skin because they essentially don't have a lot of artificial ingredients, if you will. So I highly recommend her. And while I'm ranting and raving about her, I'm gonna go ahead and put her on the face, and we're gonna get into this the makeup portion of this morning routine. So we're gonna quickly do the face, and then we will wrap up the remainder of my morning routine, because I also want to get into a few supplements that I use. See, like, she's almost out, and that's just not going to work for me, so I'm going to place an order today because I cannot be out of this one. Like, I'm tempted to go get the deep one, but I also don't want to look crazy today. I don't have enough of a tan to pull off the deep one. Okay, so we might have to work with what we currently have on the face because she's literally almost gone. How so sad for me. And we may have to go in with the NYX in other places on the face. Let me grab that. I think it's right here. So this is the NYX one that I was talking about earlier. We'll go in the remainder of the face. This one smells like it has some kind of like fruity pebble. Every time I open this, I'm like, it smells fruity, like it smells like fruity pebbles or something. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Sephora 56 brush, which is a foundation brush. Today, the tinted sunscreens are acting as the foundation, so we're just gonna take it. Now, because these are sunscreens, I assume that you can go in with your fingers, but I don't wanna do that. I just don't like doing it. I prefer to blend it out with a brush. If you don't have brushes, if you're not a brush girly, if you don't want to put it on a sponge, you can just go in with your hands and rub it in. It's fine. You'll just want to wash your hands because they do each have tint in them. So you will see a little, you'll see a little tint on your hand. So you just want to take this all over the face, blend it out. And like, are you seeing what I'm talking about? Because the La Roche-Posay was mostly in the top portion of my face. You see that glow? And if you're not a huge fan of like a ton of glow, you can literally go in with a powder right behind and just lightly apply powder over top. You don't have to put up a ton of powder, but you can put like a little bit of powder over top and you'll be set. But I personally like a little glow. Once it settles into my skin, I'm fine. I usually don't have an issue with oiliness these days. I think because my hormones are different. For me in particular, I'm on HRT, but hormonally things change as you take care of your skin differently. You may have changes in your skin. So I went from being an oily combo girly to being like a normal combo girly. So most of my face is normal, and then just the T-zone tends to be oily. Specifically like spring, summer months, I suffer with oiliness more than anything. But yeah, so this is the face. Like, this is what I'm saying. You can throw this on and head out for your errands and head out to go exercise and know that you have SPF 40 on and you got skin. Your skin is skinning, okay? So if there's one thing in this video that you need to go pick up, it's the La Roche-Posay. And I got it on my shirt. Damn. You want to pick up that La Roche-Posay. Good thing this is just a house shirt. Now, anytime you're doing makeup in general, I don't recommend that you wear what you're going to wear out because things happen like that. But anyway, let's keep pressing on. Let's get into the next item, which is going to be our concealer. This is my favorite quick go-to concealer for every day. She gives me a nice natural finish, but she definitely does the job. Like, don't play her, okay? She's like a more of a light to medium coverage, so this is not for high glam days when you want to have a full beat. This is for when you just are going in to get the job done. Just to correct, areas where there's a bit little darkness and you want to cover that up. So we take her around the mouth, we take her under the eyes, forehead, bridge of the nose, and then sometimes I will conceal under the neck. Today is not one of those days because I don't even know if I'm going anywhere or doing anything, but I'm just being prepared. Okay, so we're gonna go in with our Sephora 57 brush. I say it every time I do my makeup, and I probably will continue to say it. I am not a Sephora ambassador, and I'm not being paid to say this, but I just am a Sephora girly. Spring savings event is coming. I love Sephora makeup brushes, and I've tried a lot of different makeup brushes at this point, but I love my Sephora makeup brushes, so I say you get you some Sephora makeup brushes during the savings event because you can get 30% off. You're gonna have to tussle, you're gonna have to fight and tussle with the girlies because the spring savings event is a time. It's a time for those, beauty and makeup fanatics like myself to just stock up, just over-consume. And then I go for around the eye and the rest of the face. I go in with my Sephora 02 concealer brush. I love this brush because it gets into the nooks and crannies. So it really allows me to get all the way up in there. Get that concealer all the way up in there, right? Because you see that darkness that I have on this side versus this side. Now we got to get all that darkness, okay? And I like to carry my concealer up, into my hairline. I don't know whether that is the correct way. Over here, we don't acknowledge correct. I mean, obviously within reason, because there's some things that literally won't work unless you do it a certain way. But I believe in breaking the rules because it's just like, who made these rules and why? If you find another way, and I'm like that with my products too. A lot of these products, they say they're for this, but you can get creative and get innovative with them, right? Just because something says it's a blush doesn't mean that it has to exclusively be a blush, which you will see in just a second because I use my blush on multiple places in my face, okay? Because ultimately, it's a pigmented product in a pan. It doesn't exclusively have to go on the cheeks. It was made for that, but it does not have to exclusively go on the cheeks. So we play with it, right? And I used to be a little scared at first. As a new makeup girly, I was a little scared to veer off of the path because I was scared, oh my gosh, I'm gonna look like a clown. And there are some times when you do look like a clown, but ultimately you have to have those moments of being a clown to arrive, to get to where you want to go. So I say experiment on days like today. For me, not going anywhere, I'm just like, maybe if I wanted to experiment, today would be a good day to experiment because I could say, oh, okay, I'm not going anywhere, so let's try out this technique and see. I need to experiment more in the eyes because I'm not great with things regarding the eyes, but that's for another day, not today. Okay, next I go in with powder. So this is the e.l.f. Glow powder filter, pressed powder. Actually, I'm gonna go in with my loose setting powder first for my concealer areas. I'd rather go in and do that first. Typically I do loose setting powder over the concealed areas first because we want to get those before any creasing. So let's go in with, I gotta show you because this is one that you need to pay attention on, right? This is a Givenchy Prism Libre loose setting powder. She's another product that you need to go directly to the site, put it in the cart, and check out. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 because this product is thebomb.com. Now, I think this is maybe my third one of these. So yes, do I recommend? Absolutely. Obviously, I recommend because I'm using it, but I just want you to understand the depths to which I use this product. And do you see what it's doing? It's literally getting, look at her in the mouth. Come on. she is that girl. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Okay, so you need to just go ahead, head on down to the description box, click the link, and purchase, because she is really that girl. I'm in the shade Poplin Mimosa, I think is what it's called. I think it's like shade 5, but they have a wide range of shades. So if you're more fair skinned, they have a couple of shades that are darker than this one, if I'm not mistaken. At least one. I know one for sure, but I think they may have a couple darker than this one. And it has 4 powder shades that all play a different role. So, you know, there's some pinks, there's some oranges, all, you know, for color correcting, for setting, for all kinds of things. It's something about that mixture of the 4 colors for me that just is the perfect, like, look at the face. Come on. Y'all just need to stop playing and just get it, okay? Okay, next. This is going to bother me. Oh my God. Okay, moving on. Back to our pressed powder. So this is the e.l.f., you know, Halo Glow Filter pressed powder. We go in with her on all the other parts of our face that we did not set with the loose powder. Filter in a pan. Boom. That's all that needs to be said. And she's affordable because she's e.l.f. Cosmetics. e.l.f. Cosmetics have some of the best cosmetic products at affordable prices. This is not sponsored. This is me spitting facts, giving you the tea. So if you are on the market for a good pressed powder and you don't want to break the bank, I say you head down to my description box, click the link, and get her in the cart. I am in the shade Deep Warm. So just for reference, in case you are a shade twin with me, or if you need to know whether you need to go lighter or darker based on my complexion. Moving on, we are almost done, and it only is taking as long as it's taken because I'm running my mouth. So we are going to go in with some blush. You see, this is the Fenty Cheeks Out cream blush in the shade Rose Latte. If you've been around and you've watched other videos of mine, then you know how hard I go for this particular product. It's a blush, but I use it kind of like a bronzer because of the shade. So it's kind of like a cool, I'd say it's on the cooler end because it has like that reddish kind of tint, but I have cool undertones because I have, you know, reddish undertones. So it looks perfect on my face. Like, it looks like what my skin would look like if I was sun-kissed. You know, for me, when I'm looking at products that are geared toward people who have darker skin tones, they oftentimes run warm or more neutral, because I find that a lot of my black and brown girlies tend to go warm or neutral undertones. I don't know whether that actually is indicative of there being more warm and neutral undertone brown and black girls, but that tends to be what the trend is. So I find that I struggle sometimes with bronzers and contours because when I put them on the face, they look a little bit harsh for me. They just don't look, it looks like I have bronzer or contour on. It doesn't look like a natural sculpt or a natural glow, if you will. And over here, we are into natural most days. I mean, there are occasions where you want to elevate, but for the most part, I'm just trying to elevate and enhance my natural beauty. Use the makeup to do that. That's the kind of makeup guidance you'll get over here. I'm definitely not that glam girly. Okay, so we take the what I was saying earlier, we take this blush and we apply it to the lids for a little pop on the lids. See that? Now I just look like boom. It's like a little pop on the eyes, right? All right, we're not doing brows, we're not doing eyeliner. That's not normally things that I do day to day. But I do put on this Too Faced Better Than Sex brown mascara. She's a staple day to day. So I prefer brown mascara day to day because it just has a bit more of a natural look and finish for me. So I'm a brown mascara stan. I originally got this brown mascara because I watched a few other creators use brown mascara on the lower lash line to get more of a smoky effect. And I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, you don't have to really like use an eyeshadow palette or some kind of pencil to get that smoky look on the lower lid. You literally can just apply this. You see that? You see how I just applied this to the lower lash line? And boom, you just get a little extra drama on the bottom lash line. I love that. It just kind of brings people to the eyes, if you will. And that's nice. Like, I get a lot of compliments on my eyes, which I never really like thought my eyes were, you know, pretty or anything like that. I don't know. I never really like thought much about my eyes, but I've gotten a lot of compliments on my eyes lately, and it's just, I'm gagged by it. Anyway, final step, we're gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario setting spray. So we just lock everything in. Now I did nothing to the face. I did nothing to the lips because before we started, I put on my Summer Fridays lip balm. Love that stuff. I'm not putting on a lip because I don't know if I'm going anywhere. So we just wanted to give the lip a little hydration. So that's what I put on the lip. And this is the face. So that's the makeup portion of the morning routine. Now, we're just about finished with morning routine. We showered, we did our skincare, we did our makeup routine. Now let's get into our supplements, vitamins, medications. So for me, I take a few things in the morning. I take my seed, Symbiotic. So it's a pre and probiotic, good for gastrointestinal health. It helps me, I notice a difference when I take it versus when I don't take it. Sometimes I'll have like bloating or the tummy just don't be loving me when I don't take my seed. So I take my seed. I also take a Daily Essentials multivitamin from Mela Vitamins. This brand is for women of color. It's designed for women of color. So generally, like, this is the bottom. So generally the vitamins that, you know, women of color are deficient in are present in this multivitamin. So I like this multivitamin because I feel like it keeps your girl on track. And then finally, I take my estrogen in the morning as well. So I take estrogen in the morning, and then in the evenings I take my progesterone and magnesium. But we're not talking about the evening, we're talking about morning. So that is the 3 items that I take in the mornings. I'm gonna pop these in, and then we'll get to the last portion of my morning routine. Now that we've taken the multivitamins, the final portion of my morning routine is planning my day. So once we get the look together, we get our skincare, we get our face together, we get our vitamins in our system, the last step is for me to sit down and look over. Now, normally I'm doing this step a bit earlier, but today, because I'm filming, it's a little later in the day. So it's a little bit after 10 right now, and I'm usually actually editing and working by now. But just for y'all, just to put y'all on and give y'all this morning routine, I'm switching up my day a little bit. So my 2 best friends for this process, little notebook and my iPad. So I'm gonna pop up in my planner that I use on my iPad. I'm gonna pop up what I use to plan my day. So you'll see one side has times and the other side has, you know, the main goal for the day, and then a place for you to put tasks for your day. So I'll tell you exactly how I use this particular page in my planner. On the left-hand side with the times, I jot down what I actually do for each time. So that helps me with these videos. When I'm going back, recapping what happened over the course of my day, I can reference my planner before I get on camera, or sometimes when I'm on camera, I can reference my planner to go over, okay, I did this first, and then I did this at this time. Because I can't trust my memory to actually remember what I did, even if it was even if it's same day. It's crazy. Like, my memory is shot. It's done. I have too many things that I'm trying to do to remember. I just can't. On this side, I write out one thing that I want to accomplish, like thematically, in the top box. So that's just like a goal for the day, that it may be something ambitious, or it may be something that I'm working on. That goal often repeats itself. It'll have something to do with like staying on task, being productive, getting organized. Not an actual specific task, but just something for me to think about and something for me to focus on as I complete my tasks for the day. And then obviously the bottom portion, that's the tasks, is just that. It's the tasks that I intend to accomplish in my day. So this is where I will put, I mean, you can see some of the things that I put under there, like editing and posting the daily vlog, and then other content things. Sometimes it's real estate related things. Sometimes it's personal things. And I have like a color code. If you look hard enough, you probably can figure out the color codes for each thing, but I kind of break everything up to personal, work, and then I have work the same color but different shades for real estate versus my content creation stuff, etc., etc. So that's the final step. Once I do that, I have a plan of action, and it's time to execute. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here and go execute. But I hope you enjoyed this morning routine, and that you were able to pick up a product or two that you may not have had but you want to give a try. Information for all the products will be down below in the description box, okay? Okay, I will catch up with you in a bit.